Hello everyone, so welcome to our channel. Today is the first lecture of our channel which we are going to dedicate towards current affairs topic. So today's topic is Criminal Procedure Identification Act 2022. So recently the CRPC Amendment Act has been introduced by the Parliament, and you don't need to go into details, rather you just need to have a quick glance to what are the different little changes that have been happened to the previous act or previous legislature which was already present. So if you are new to my channel and if you're watching this video, I need to tell you one thing, that when you are in the preparation of your PSC or any competitive exams, don't overload yourself with too much data, content or information or videos itself. Rather try to be very limited and try to grasp little things, try to be more application based. So this whole exam is all about you have to be an application based aspirant. So in this video also we are not going to go too much in detail, rather we will just see what are the those things, that catchy words that are present and what that are the major changes that has happened because of this CRPC Amendment Act 2022. So let's begin our topic. So first we need to know what are the salient features and what are the different things that you need to know about the act itself. You need to know that this act has replaced the Identification of Prisoners Act 1920. So before this act, this was the law that was present which was acting for the criminal laws or the criminal convicts. So now it has replaced by this act. We need to know that what are the different changes. This act gives legal sanctions, right? Legal sanctions to police to take physical, biological samples of accused, convicts and those detained under preventive detention. This is what I wanted to tell you. We are going to see those important topics that are very important, those key highlights of this topic. You need to know that this act replaced this Identification of Prisoners Act 1920, and second, you need to know that it gives legal sanctions for the police to collect physical samples, biological samples, this is important, of both accused, convict and also those which are detained under the preventive detention. So if you don't know what is preventive detention means those who have not committed crime, rather they have been arrested to prevent them to commit crime. So this is called preventive detention. Whereas the difference between the accused and the convict is that accused is somebody who has got charge of the who we think might have committed the crime, but the convict is the one which has been legally charged. Convict is the one which has been charged by the court of the law, or the court of law has declared some punishment or identified this, yes, this man is the one who has done something wrong. So convict is somebody who is charged by the court of the law. So that you need to know. Also those who are under preventive detention, those samples are liable to be collected by the police through this act, the recently Amendment Act. This act has given the power to collect finger, palm, foot impressions, photographs, iris, retina, physical, biological samples and their analysis, behavioral attributes like signatures, handwriting and etc. Thus you need to have a quick glance. Second thing that is very much important is that the NCRB is the body which is going to preserve all those data that will be collected by this act. The NCRB is the body, National Crime Records Bureau is the body which is going to collect, and it has got the power to preserve this data up to 75 years. This is something that you need to, this has been the highest since now, that your data can be stored by the government entity for 75 years. Now we need to understand that what are the major things about this act, or why this act little bit controversy has been brought, but we will not discuss about the controversy. We'll just see that what are those things. Number one thing was the preventive detention idea. The preventive detention idea was it was little bit more it is attracting more negative thoughts about the act, that it might not. And secondly is that if any convict is there and any person who has been charged with the crime or the criminal laws, then their samples, their biological samples and their physical samples are liable to be collected by the police. So these are the main points of this act. Second, what is the significance? What are the positive things that we need to know, or what are the positive things that has been possible because of this act? Is that this act has talked about the use of the modern techniques because of the changing world. The world we are changing, the different new techniques have been being brought, and that we can avail the benefits of those techniques and we can use those techniques to collect the palm, the foot impressions, or the biological samples itself. Secondly, if we are able to collect it, then it will definitely help the investigating bodies to investigate more efficiently and to come up with the conclusion more prominently. Thirdly, it will make investigation more efficient. That is very much sure. What are the So the issues regarding this act is, number one is that it is the violation of the privacy. Even those who have been detained under preventive detention, okay, they have not committed crime as such, their samples will be collected, and this can be a severe violation of their private. So it is a violation of the privacy. Even those who have been participating for the political protest, their samples is also liable to be collected. So that is why this is something that crony type of thing that has been there. Secondly is the ambiguous provisions. Some provisions like the biological sample that it is talking about, what type of biological samples, how will it be collected, what if not. So there are little bit ambiguities around it. Like ambiguity means not clear about the provisions. The third is the violation of the Article 20, which talks about the rights of those who have been the prisoners, right? So it says that it is against the Article 20 because the person himself or herself is liable to give evidence of the crime he or she has committed. So there we have the right against self-incrimination, that no person shall be viewing a view for against himself. So this can be violated. Fourth one is data handling. Data handling basically talks about those 75 years that it is talking about. What will be the use, for very much long they are putting it 75 years. So there can be misuse of this data, that is definitely for sure. Fifth one is the unawareness that has been still present around. Okay, what will happen if somebody neglects, somebody takes. So these are certain you can say negative points, that the issues, challenges regarding this act. So that's all for this video. The CRPC Amendment Act that you need to know, that the year that you need to know, the body that is NCRB, the issues that was about the biological samples, the issues about the violation of the privacy, the issues about those who are participating in the political protest, or those who are convicts, accused, or the preventive detention, those who have been arrested under preventive detention. So these are the different points that you need to know for this topic. That's all for today. Hope you take care of yourself. Do like and do share amongst your friends. Thank you, everybody.